welcome to Living with the Spectrum. This is episode 9. Come on now.
Episode 9, Living with the Spectrum. Who are you?
Well, well, if you don't know by now, 9 episodes in, I don't think I should tell you. But my name is Tim.
Sorry, y'all. I'm Janisha.
Making sure that the sound and everything is popping up.
Correct. As we do.
Yeah, because earlier we had some glitches with our online service. Is it going slow? Does it look good? How's it looking?
I'm trying to see now. It's glitching.
It's glitching?
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on.
Let me take a look. Let me see. Let me try to reload this. Give me just one moment. You may see something pop out on the screen. It doesn't look like it should look, but we've been having.
Did you sign out and sign back in?
No, I didn't have to. How looking now? Is it glitched up still?
Hold on.
Because what we're streaming from, it looks like it's all good. And but for some reason, I don't know, it could be our internet provider. I may have to have a chat with them and see what's going on. Just looks like we're all glitchy today.
I mean, it's a little bit better than it was.
It's a little bit better. Okay. So we can go ahead and go on with this episode. Today, we generally want to talk about, you know, the meaning of some of the things that we have to face as parents that have special needs children. You know, we are believers.
Yeah.
You know, we have to put that out there. You know, we put God first. And even though we're going through this, we're not giving up on him. And big ups to Jesus. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So we have a sheet of paper that we got from a teacher friend of ours. And, you know, I'm not going to put any, should I put it? No, I'm not going to put a name out there. But, you know, our teachers work with us, and they let us know when our children are having a bad day. They let us know like some pointers that we can use at home, because it takes a village to really raise, you know, our children, and much more. We need like a whole army, not just a village, but a whole state,
Right.
to help us with what we're going through, you know. And you're looking at us, we look a little tired, a little beat down. It's been a rough week, you know, and we're here, right?
Yes, we are.
We made it.
We made it.
We made it. All right. I love this lady right next to me. I have to say, babe, you know, when I'm down and when I'm feeling, you know, like I'm about to lose it, you come in and you really soothe my mind. So I'm grateful. I'm thankful.
Thank
Having
you.
a partner, a life partner, a wife, a mate like you.
Appreciate it. Forgive me for my
Tiredness.
I mean, I'm tired, but I'm a little bit more, you know, it has nothing to do with me and Tim. So the way I'm feeling, we ain't arguing.
Yeah,
That's what y'all want
I
to
didn't
know.
do nothing.
But like Tim said, it's been a rough week, but, you know, and rough day. I feel like we're always talking negative things, or, you know, we're saying things that aren't always, you know, exciting or fun, but the truth be told, that's not the life that we live. We make it, we laugh.
Yeah.
It seems like we're having an amazing time in the house, which is great, which is nothing wrong for people to see that on the outside, but there are times, a lot of times, that we are feeling, you know, like this. And so if it wasn't for us trying to put out continuous content and be consistent with it, I literally would not. I would just have gotten ready for my bed and gotten in bed and just said, I'm done with the rest of the day. That's just how the day has been for me. But nonetheless, because we want to be consistent, and as the podcast goes on, hopefully my spirits will be lifted, and I may not do as much talking today because I'm not the happiest, or I'm not feeling that fun, bubbly person that you guys are used to seeing. Sometimes this is the person that you'll get, and because we're transparent and we are not covering up
We're not fakers. We're
or
real.
pretending. I'm not. I refuse to pretend.
Yeah.
Sometimes this is what you'll get from me. And so just if you pray for me, pray for him. And so like Tim said,
We go over a list of these acronyms.
yeah, we got some
Slip from one
a
of the
teacher.
teacher. Yeah. But let me say this
Go.
before we go any further. I'd like to give a big shout out to little baby
Emir.
Emir. Yeah. Well, I can't say the last baby for the Hagans.
You
They're
heard it
probably in a break,
first.
but
Not that break.
yeah. But shout out. I couldn't make it. I had to work today.
Yes, but I was
So-
there virtually.
Virtually, my wife was there showing love and support. But just letting y'all know, much love to y'all, and keep raising them up the right way in the Lord. Okay, so we're going to talk about some of these things that you're probably already facing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not going to take you by surprise if you're raising children with autism or special needs. You're going to be like this.
Right.
You're not going to always be jumping around and happy. You're still trying to, in your mind, come to grips with that. My child is struggling like this.
Right.
So it's an everyday journey. But even on this journey, somebody's got to be strong. Somebody's going to be weak, and we got to uplift each other. And that's what whole point of this whole community is about. It's not about being famous. It's not about being no rock star or anything like. It's about listen, I'm going through this. Help me deal with what I'm going through.
Yeah.
It's therapy for us. So that's where we are, and yeah. So you wanna start by reading and going through the motions of what it means, and like we talked about IEP a couple of episodes. Was it last episode or the episode before?
I don't know.
It was the episode
last-
before. I don't think it was the last episode.
Okay, well maybe I think
Matter of fact, it was the last episode.
I think it was the last episode,
Okay.
but even so,
Yeah, so we're gonna get more in
it was one
depth
of the
of.
last 1 or 2 episodes we talked about IEPs. Go ahead, babe.
Okay, we just want to do it correctly, babe. Can you read what that says about IEP, so that you guys can know what it is in depth?
Yeah. So again, like Tim said, if you're already in the life, then you already know.
Is there flies in here or something?
It was sun that flew by. I mean, I wouldn't call it flies.
You was waving.
I mean, all these lights, so I'm sure it's attracting, something. But anyway, it ain't flies.
Okay, so the IEP,
IEP,
what does it say?
this is what it says, has required parts. So this is the different levels that an IEP has and what it has to have on it. It has to have the present level of where the child is or children, and it has to have annual goals. And again, IEP is an individualized educational program.
Yeah.
And if you are new to this is just what children that have special needs or superpowers, that's what we like to call them.
It works with the curriculum with school, right?
Well, yeah, but it's a little bit more broken down
Okay.
for their understanding. So it has measured progress as well as goals that are met. It also has like special education services. So like if the child needs speech, OT, or physical therapy, it has that. So I probably jumped ahead because it literally says related services, OT, speech, PT, special trans. So if you need transportation, they will not put your child, they're not supposed to put your child on a bus with general educated students, only because they may need
Special care.
or the bus monitors may need to, be able to get to them, because we know, sometimes children can be cruel.
Yeah.
And for us, it's very important. I know it's a running joke worldwide about being on the short bus and all of that kind of stuff.
But it ain't
whatever.
funny.
It's not
It ain't-
funny.
it's not
But
funny.
I mean, it ain't funny now because we live in the life, but let's be honest. When we
Yeah, I
was
had my
growing
laughs
up,
growing
we did
up,
have
yeah.
our laughs. So I'm
But we
not
didn't
finna sit up here.
understand, you know.
We didn't. I'm not finna sit up here and act like we didn't laugh at the joke. But now that we're in the life, a lot of those jokes that we grew up hearing, it's not funny.
No, it's not.
It's, like, not funny. But anyway, so they do have special transportation, and it's not a short bus. It is a regular size school bus, but it doesn't have general education students on it. It has just children with special needs on them, or and extra aids. Um, Other things on the IEP is a supplementary aid or services, materials, devices, um, special writing utensils, slant boards, lined paper, AAC, which is a communication device, which is what we showed you a couple of episodes ago that our 10-year-old has. It's called a communication device. We call it a talker because ain't nobody got time to be saying what the real.
Get your communication
it's like
device.
A,
Get
right.
your talker.
Get your talker, not to get your. It is the technical term is AAC, and AAC is, I want to say, I don't know, but anyways, somebody said, "What's up, Timothy?"
Hey, what's up? What's up?
So.
Hey, I got to say this though. My wife is actually a registered behavior tech. She passed her test.
I did.
She is licensed with the state. She is
registered
official.
with the state. I mean, it might be the same.
Yes. This is
Okay, I don't know.
registered. Yeah,
I just don't want nobody to come after me and be like, "You said you were licensed." No, I said I was registered. Go ahead. But you said, "I don't know."
It's basically the same.
Okay.
I mean,
Hey, I'm just covering all bases.
yeah. Anyways,
I am.
but my baby, I love you, girl.
Thank you.
Yes. She out here doing her thing.
I'm trying.
She's like, listen, I want to understand my
Children.
and my children, and the whole ABA thing. And this has been on her heart for a whole year. And the opportunity had arisen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was been in prayer about this. Heard, the Lord tell her to, get another job or look for a job. And, this door opened wide open. Opened up wide, wide open. I'm tired, man. So I mean, if you get me skipping words and so on and so forth, hey, remember I'm still here. I made it
Exactly.
to the podcast.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Thanks, babe. Yeah, I am now a registered behavioral therapist, tech, whatever. And it was not an easy road, so
it was a hard test. They had like 15
takes-
different versions.
it's 11 different versions
11.
of the RBT exam.
Man,
Some people said it was easy, so hey, hats off to you.
feel bad for the person
Nehemiah
that got
wants
the
to
hard
put his
test.
head.
You want to come on and say hi? Come on, buddy. This is our 13-year-old Nehemiah behind the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a camera.
buddy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was one of the ones, me and another coworker that I'm getting to know, we did not get the easier version of the test, but to God be the glory, we passed it.
Woo,
I
woo,
passed it.
woo.
So, again, my goal is to eventually, the long goal is to get to be a BCBA, which is, look, y'all, some of these terms y'all gonna have to kind of look up on your own. But pretty much, a BCBA is a person that I said we, so it's gonna happen.
Yes.
They analyze behaviors, and what they do is they make plans to help with certain behaviors that your child may be having, or maybe not even behaviors, trying to get them ready and transitioned over for certain activities, school, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, haircuts, whatever you feel like your child is needing. Like for us, our 10-year-old, we're in the process of trying to get her in ABA. Again, disclaimer, ABA is not for everybody. I see numerous messages on Facebook through all of the autism whatever pages that some people don't like it, some people do like it. If you like it, then it was for you. If you don't, then it wasn't for you, and maybe you may have to look for additional service, or maybe another type of ABA service. But for us and where we are in our home and our mental capacity, we need ABA for our child. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Let me just pause right here. Like right now, as we're streaming, I see just pops come up on the screen. Nobody was trying to contact me before we were going and filming all this.
Yeah,
So that's how it works. It just seems like when we're filming, people call us out of the blue. I mean, they're starting to think about us after a while, but it's just like as soon as we do this, that's when everything is going off.
facts.
Facts.
So they could have a communication board, they could have special scissors, etc. It just really depends on what your child needs. They have PEC systems, which is like pictures that they can choose from. The pictures vary. It doesn't matter. They're pictures that say go, stop, whatever. If you're trying to teach, it don't matter. Whatever the teacher and the team deems necessary for your child to have, that is going to be in the IEP.
I think the IEP is very instrumental because if you really think about it, our kids need to learn certain things in this world. We all do. And the basics, the things that we think are so simple, those are the very things that we need to know. So big ups to the people behind the scenes that's working on these IEPs and trying to get our children down the path that they should go.
Exactly.
You know?
I forgot to share.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
share that.
anyways,
If you're watching,
go ahead.
please share. It could be
Yes.
one person watching. You share it. It's two. You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3.
This is
so,
true.
I mean, help us help others.
Yeah, we forgot to say that. Like, share, subscribe.
Like,
That's the
share.
only way we're going to be able to help
Subscribe.
other people and get the help that we need, and make this community a community. You may not deal with or have somebody in your immediate family that has autism, but you may know somebody that does. Tell them about Living with the Spectrum. Tell them about
Yes.
what we're all about. Tell them about the support groups that we have once a month. By the way, we had a
Had one
support group
yesterday.
we're going to do them once a month, regardless of if 1, 2, 3, none come. We're
Yeah.
going to have them because they're not just for you guys, they're for us too. They're a form of
Therapy.
Speaking of therapy, look, y'all, I
I
done
missed a couple
fell
weeks.
off the wagon, but I need to get back on it. You know what I mean? Anyways, and Tim asked me today, he's like, when the last time you been to therapy? And I was like, I know. It's just been so crazy with trying to get back on, in the saddle with working and figure out what's going on with Evea
And working out our schedules.
working our schedules out, and so sometimes things fall to the wayside, and some things don't need to fall to the wayside.
Yeah.
Like your mental health.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Please.
Absolutely.
Please don't
Yes,
be
ma'am.
out here punching the sky and walking around
You
crazy.
and these analogies about
No, it's not an analogy. I seen it.
I have too. We know that it's realistic, but some of those people, be on drugs too.
Yeah, it's that, but they wrestling for real.
Anyways, let's get back to the list, because you always talk about hitting and biting at the air. But anyway,
I ain't never seen nobody bite at the air. You saw that?
yes, if you've seen them fighting it, then you've seen them.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
Anyway, back to what we're talking about. We're going down the list. If you're just tuning in, this is Living with the Spectrum, episode 9, and we're going down a list of, and I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like you guys are like, oh gosh, D. But I'm sorry. This is just how I feel right now. I promise, by the help of the Lord, by the next episode, I'll be better. But so we're going down a list that a teacher gave us of some definitions and some things that IEPs have on them.
Before you say anything else, listen, big ups to all the teachers that deal with children with special needs.
Absolutely.
And have these classes that are growing and changing all the time and
Yes.
different protocols changing. Listen, we need you. We need you to keep going and keep giving us insight so that we can help you with our children. You help us with our children, we help you with our children because they're going to go back to you. So it's like a boomerang thing, like a rubber band thing. Yeah,
Help me help you.
help you.
Help us.
Yeah, let's help each other.
Exactly.
Please, please.
Exactly.
Please. And then, I've talked to some teachers. So next couple of episodes, we're going to have, professionals on here. We're going to have some teachers. We're going to have
Somebody said yes?
a couple of them say yes.
Oh, okay.
Have some teachers. We
You
have
ain't told me nothing.
some teachers. We have some.
Hey, Ma.
Who else? There is.
You watching?
Hey,
I
Mom.
see you. Hey, Ma.
We got to be on our best behavior because they critique us.
Okay, babe. Don't be calling them out like that.
Okay. So,
They still mine.
yeah.
Okay.
We love you guys. Thank you for
Yes, we
support
do.
and
Thank you
watching
for your
us.
support. Absolutely. Sorry, Daddy. I probably am not where you want me to be, but I will do my best next week. Okay? I love you. So back to the list. Oh yeah. Also, we got some teachers.
Yeah, we
that'll
got
be
some
coming.
teachers that want to do this. We got some, what do you say, some special needs coordinators and
I don't know. You've been in
the
talks
lady
with
you were talking to about coming on and doing the show.
Which one?
I ain't gonna say her name.
Well,
but,
don't say her name, but what she do?
she does ABA.
Oh, the BCBA.
Yeah, the BCBA.
Oh, okay. Well, we were both talking to her. Not
Yeah,
just
we got
me.
we got some psychotherapists that we're gonna have on here.
And I feel like episode 10. I think we should have somebody on here
Yes,
because that's like marks an anniversary. I mean, technically, how
That's
many
10
months is that? That's 10 episodes. That's
10
a big
episodes.
deal.
That's like what,
I don't know.
2 months, 2.5 months.
Has it really been?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've been doing this pretty strong.
Look at good.
Yes.
Okay, so episode 10, we are going to have
Somebody.
somebody.
Because I know you guys are saying, you guys have promised us that we're going to have
I know.
somebody to give us some answers. And I don't see anybody.
Yeah, but nobody ain't sending no messages either. So we don't know what y'all want to talk about.
Yeah.
So we'll continue talking about what we want to talk about until someone says, "Hey, can y'all talk about, whatever?"
And then what we're going to do is we're going to have, because my wife, she's learning a lot of different things and a lot of different techniques.
Correct.
So someone that may be going through ABA therapy or wants to know how to stop kind of control certain behaviors.
Try, yes. Now again, I'm new at the field, so I am learning. But so things that I am learning in ABA, I do bring home and try to use as much as possible. They do work, but because our child is older, it's just going to take time.
Yeah.
So what Tim wants to do is he wants to kind of film me do a somewhat of a service. And so I'm like, I don't know, because I don't want people to be like, she don't know what she doing or it ain't working. But, I mean, if we're being transparent and we're being real, we'll probably
Do something
blur
like that.
out her face or
Yeah.
whatever. Or I don't know. But, again, we are still very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Careful.
About
Yeah.
our kids.
So here's the thing.
And we probably got to get permission from my parents. I'm just playing.
No, but here's the thing.
joking.
Here's the thing about this. We have to give you guys the tools that we've learned.
Yeah.
And we're expecting the same in return. Because think about this. If I'm unable to handle a situation that you've already conquered and you're not giving me the information, that's selfish.
Yeah.
But if I'm able to give you the information that I'm conquered or conquering, it's a good thing. It shows my heart, and it shows that we want to do some things, and we want to make some things work and help other people out. So that's where we are.
Absolutely. Sorry, I was giving a message to my son. Go ahead.
Nehemiah, when you come back down, can you bring me a drink, please?
Water.
Can you bring me some water? I'm a
Well,
little
why are you putting that?
I'm a little parched.
You
my
all
son.
in the microphone talking about needing water. Anyway, let's get back to the list. You see, we be getting sidetracked real easy. Okay.
What's the second one? Break it down for us, D.
Participation in general ed and special education specials. So a lot of times specials now is like what we would call PE, art, music, electives, whatever. That's on the IEP too. sometimes they go into some of these classes, and there is general ed students in there, and so they may not necessarily sit, like they'll sit with them, but they'll be in their own little group. You know what I mean? Um, Go. I feel like you was
Oh,
about to say
I was
something.
gonna say, thank the Lord they back in school
Thank
though.
you.
To be honest with you, because trying to do those specials on the computer, and I got 3 different children, and I'm running back over here. And Nehemiah, he was able to do things on his own, but man, I was going
Let me
crazy.
tell
I'm
you
like,
something. You don't even know how many text messages I got. Ma'am, can you please have your son turn his teacher would constantly, and mind you, I'm at work, so Tim was home during the daytime. He was working nights. So he was home being teacher. And I would get text messages like, hey, can you tell Nehemiah to turn his camera on?
no.
I'm like, I'm working. Where's his father? His father was on break. So
I was like, man, listen,
I
it's
would
too
have to
much.
call and be like, hey, can you please have Nehemiah turn his thing on? Or I would get, certain text messages. Are they coming? No, they not. I'm sorry. They're not going to
No,
make it
not
today.
today. We can't do
So
it today.
virtual, if you can do virtual, by all means, God
Big
bless
ups,
you.
big
yes.
ups.
Now, I'm not going to lie. We have considered and still kind of considering
That for Evea.
not virtual, but homeschooling.
Yeah.
Just because it's been a lot this year. And so that's something that we are actually praying about and trying to figure out if that's going to be good for her. Our 2 other children, they thrive in school and they do well, but sometimes it seems as though our daughter, our 10-year-old Evea, doesn't do as well in the setting. Opposed to when she's home, it's not as much going on, and we can kind of focus, with her.
She adjusted just a little bit differently,
Yeah,
For
it
her,
hit her different
For
after
her,
going back to
she was
school.
she was used to staying at home.
Yeah,
and
I will say that.
staying in her own little world. But then, like we said in previous episodes, we had a lot of disruption within the last year.
Yeah, and that's not even
know,
what it's been. What, 8 months?
About 7 or 8 months since
7
we
to
were
8
flooded
months.
out of our own home that she's known for like 7 years, 7 or 8 years, right? No. Yeah, about 7 or 8 years.
Oh yeah, in the
Yeah,
house.
yeah, in that same house. The thing about children with autism or special needs, well, specifically with autism, for them, it's like a rerun every day. They have to have things a certain way.
Yeah.
Things
Order. It has to be
yeah, it has
order.
to be orderly because it's like, if this happens for me today, I'm expecting to go here at this time. When we get out of school, you better bring me by McDonald's or I'm gonna have a fit.
Baby.
Or if you bring me home, I got to jump on the trampoline, or I have to do this. I have to eat this certain food today.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like whenever people have these episodes or TV shows, and they wear the same clothes. For instance, like a cartoon character. I'm not saying the kids wear the same
I'm
clothes,
like,
but
no, we don't do
it's
that.
like a rerun. Certain things have to take place every day.
Yeah, it's just they're used to. They have to have a schedule. I mean, and now let's be clear. It's not always that we have a schedule set in place, because 9 times out of 10 we don't. But we do have certain things that we do in order to try to keep them as balanced as possible.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this.
Yeah,
a
let's
little
get
bit.
back to this list. Yeah.
We may not get through the whole list because we
No.
did kind of start late, but on a
And
technicality.
forgive us
but
for
our
our
tardiness.
tardiness.
I think we were-
I had just got into the house, and
yeah,
I'm like,
he did go to
man,
work today.
rushing and trying to get some things done. So yeah.
Yeah, he went to work and I did hair and stuff. So it's been one of those days. But nonetheless, we digress and move on. Assessments. The milestones, accommodations, and GAA. So like the Georgia milestones and different assessments that they have to take in order to move forward. So they don't necessarily have to take some of the standardized testing, but they do have their own type of standardized testing that they have to go through. So I know when my son was in elementary school, his teacher, sorry y'all, was telling me that one of the ways that she was able to, I don't know if it was a GAA or whatever it was, but it was a type of test for our children, is that they collect work and they put it in a folder and then they turn it in. So it's kind of showing that the I guess the level that they have increased to or whatever. But I think they said our 10-year-old will be. She did for some reason, and I don't really understand how it works because I don't remember Nehemiah, which is our 13. He's 13. I don't remember him doing Georgia Milestone, but he might have. But I know our 10-year-old Evea, she has done Georgia Milestone last year, and then I think her teacher said that she'll be doing Georgia Milestone this year, and she'll be going to the 6th grade. Excuse me. Special delivery, how long, minutes, classes, services.
So what's the special delivery? What is that?
I don't know.
Okay. If you know what it is, put it in the chat.
I don't know
Put it
what
in,
that
yeah,
is.
put it in the chat.
Special delivery. Oh, no. Lord have mercy. That do not say special delivery. I know I can read y'all. It say service delivery.
Oh, that's why. What's that?
So the services that they get, like speech and OT, how long, and it tells you like 3 days for 53 minutes or 3 days for 30 minutes every 3 days, like that. And so sometimes they'll do it like individual or they'll do it as a group. Okay, so here we go, right here. You already,
I got you. I got you.
but she need to finish what she got,
Here, I'll take
and
that.
she need to change that.
Okay, I got you.
So that's
taking a
what
break. I'll be back.
service delivery. You know what a special delivery is. That's when you get a gift that's specially delivered. I don't know that ain't got nothing to do with an IEP. I made that up. Meeting date. So like the date of the IEP. Open house. Meeting date is the date of the IEP. That's on the IEP. We're not talking about the getting school started. Notifying the parents. So what the teachers do is they notify us first. Like I'll get a text message asking like, hey, or saying like, hey, this child's IEP is up for renewal. Are you available for, don't you put that in my plate? She was about to pull up in my plate and I ain't done eating. So he or she will say, are you available for this day for an IEP? If it's yes, then they'll get, you know what I'm saying, they'll say, okay, well, we're going to send out this piece of paper with the date of the IEP. If it's a no, then you tell them the date that you're available, and then you work. They have to work around everybody, not just the parent, because again, it's not just the parent that is the parent and the teacher. It's a general education teacher. It's the lead special education teacher. It's the OT. It's the speech. And if they're going to, like if they're transitioning over to another school, like my daughter's going from the 5th to the 6th, it's the 6th grade special education teacher. And so that is that. Okay, so notifying parents. Okay. Okay, so I'm confused. Did you take the middle paper?
I don't know what paper I took.
Because this will look like the end.
Yeah, I took the middle.
Okay, well then you need to be doing the middle. No. You can do this. I don't know. Okay, so Tim is off doing daddy duty. So there's also and these are the people that are in the meeting. I forgot about this, the LEA, which is the local educational agency representative. And okay, and it's gonna tell you what it do. SLP, which is speech language pathologist. I'm sorry, this episode may be a little boring, but I'm kind of just breaking down. We are breaking down a little bit about what an IEP is so that when we talk about them and we say these acronyms and we say these short sayings for whatever we're talking about, you'll know what we're talking about. An SELT, Special Education Lead Teacher. The county now has several, one for every 3 schools. Okay. An LEA's job during an IEP is to take minutes and answer procedural questions. So just like, they're kind of like a secretary. I'm not downing their job. I'm just saying they take the minutes, and then if there are any questions about any of the procedures that are being talked about or being said that is going to be done, then they're there to answer it. I'm going to let you go on.
Where we at?
You start from Gen Ed.
Gen Ed. Okay. Gen Ed teacher. Always supposed to be Gen Ed teacher. Present for a child's grade level. Excuse my reading today.
He can read.
So, yeah. So there's always supposed to be a Gen Ed teacher. Okay.
Yes. Now, I will say this. I'm sorry, babe. There will be times that they'll say, hey, Gen Ed teacher Suli Sally, I don't know, is here. Miss Ashley, do you have any questions for her? No, I never have questions for them because they have absolutely nothing to do with us. So I say no. They say, nice to meet you. I say likewise. And then they ask if it's okay for them to leave. Absolutely. This has nothing to do with you. So they normally leave for us. I don't know. Other people may make them stay, but there's no reason for them to be in our meeting.
The meeting is boring, y'all.
Whose meeting?
I'm just saying the whole thing. I mean, it's long. It's something that
I don't know if it's boring.
It's things you need to know. But it's like, man, some people be like, man, can I get out of here? Can you?
Oh yeah, I mean, because it don't be having nothing to do with them. But anyways, go.
So SIP or SIDPID, right?
Yes, that was one of the things that we were talking about the last episode, and I was like, I don't know what it means. I mean, I kind of gave you a little, you know what I'm saying, but we know the real.
We're gonna break it down. It's severe and profound severe intellectual disability. IQ maybe 20 to 40. Profound IQ is 20.
So think about that. When I said that they want to, and not just they, that think about how that would make a parent feel when they understand what SIDPID or SIDPID. Am I saying right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because it didn't sound right. That means that your child's IQ is 20 or 40.
Yeah.
And then profound is less than 40. Less than 20. Is that the less than?
Is that less than?
Let me tell you something about me. Me and math don't get together, so I was never able to figure out the less than and what's the other one?
I mean, it doesn't look like less than or anything. It's just
Whatever.
IQ.
I couldn't do it.
It's just IQ. Okay.
Is that IQ right here?
Yeah, that's IQ.
But that is the less than sign. I think.
Oh, okay. That is less than.
Is
I
it?
see it. Yeah.
Okay. So
I thought
it's
okay.
this way. But nonetheless, that is heart-wrenching and that is sad for a parent to hear that. But anyways, go.
And that's kind of like, they're barely picking up a straw and putting it in the drink, or they just can't really comprehend. They can't comprehend. I'm not trying to be funny about it, but they just.
Look, sometimes we have to laugh. We're not laughing at our kids.
No,
Come on
no,
now.
no, it's
We're
not.
just, sometimes Tim say things, and if y'all know Tim, you'd be like, what? But it's true. They are severely deficit in some aspects of their life. So, yes, our child knows how to pick up a straw and put it in the Capri Sun.
Yeah.
However, it seems like lately she has just completely said she don't want to do it. So, again, there are certain aspects that are just like, I don't know. But anyways, go ahead.
Okay, so MOID, moderate intellectual disability, and that's IQ between 55 through 55. So that's kind of like moderate disability. So that's
Yeah.
like in almost, that's better than severe.
I'm sorry, y'all.
It's moderate.
So
Okay.
it's like in the middle because the SIDPID is like severely profound. You know what that means. They may be in wheelchairs. They may be. Do you want to do the last one too?
I can do that.
Okay. So it's not as severe. They may be in an aspect where they do know certain things. They may know how to. They may be potty trained.
Yeah.
They may be able to identify letters, numbers, their name. They may be able to hold pencils and cut out and stuff. So that's why I'm saying it's irritating to me that they want to put her back into the SIDPID class because of her behavior, because of a lot of these things. Ma'am,
Can you just drink a drink?
I mean, this is what she pretty much lives on. Let me just. So that's frustrating for us. This is our 5-year-old. Yes, she let me do her hair just a little bit.
Can you open that for me, please?
How?
Here, I got
How? Nehemiah, come open this.
it. I got it.
Okay. So that's what she pretty much lives on.
I could just live
Pediasures. And when I'm not being, as God is my witness, I am not. For a couple days, I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not being extra. That is what she pretty much lives on. Sometimes she might go to school and eat. Look at her. Ma'am, what is she? She said that camera angling is not correct. Let me help you. But, no, she good. But she might have like a cracker or two, or she might eat. Thank God for the teachers that our kids have, because they literally go the extra mile. That's why when we're talking about certain teachers or whatever, we're not talking about our teachers, because each teacher that my child is with, they go the extra mile. Like my 5-year-old teacher, she'll bring her lunch and then she'll feed, not feed her food, but she'll have like cookies or stuff like that Grace will eat, and she'll send me a picture like Grace is eating this, and that's happiness for me because she literally lived on Pediasures. So
Same thing with our 10-year-old. We have a teacher that sometimes buys her McDonald's.
they go to
They go to the extra
McDonald's
mile.
for our 10-year-old just to make sure she'll have something to eat and for peace. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's more for their peace and sanity.
Man,
but nonetheless,
these teachers be looking beat up. Man,
tired, babe.
I know. So that's why I
Imagine
said,
our 10-year-old and then the other 13 children they got.
y'all better than me, because I would have quit. Be like,
Hey,
no, I can't do
that's
this.
why, it's.
I need a raise.
They-
I'd be like,
exactly.
man, I should be
And
making
those are
like
the ones that are the least,
$150,000 a year.
look,
Shoot.
they're the least appreciated and the least, the most underpaid
Yeah.
teachers, and then special education teachers. They don't get, sir, if my wallet gets lost, how we gonna put it back in the purse? Thank you. We need that. Anyway, so it's important. No, that's not what I was saying. We were just talking about how they go the extra mile, which they do.
They do.
And then our 13, Lord, he's 13 now.
13. Let me
What
fix
are
this
you
camera.
doing, babe?
I'm fixing it. Grace messed it up.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. Okay.
Um,
Looks like
our
it's in the same place.
13-year-old teacher, I absolutely love her. I love them all.
Yeah.
But she has been like, she checks in with him mentally. She keeps me up to date with him. And so she actually was one of the ones who kind of told me when I told her
About the
being,
ABA, yeah.
wanting to go to ABA or wanting to get in the field of ABA and becoming an RBT. And she told me that she was in the field of ABA, but she had taken some time to become a teacher for special education. So she was like, do it. And then, like we said, God opened up the door for me to do it. Anyways, go.
Okay, so
Where's your paper?
I don't know.
over there?
Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Okay, that was the.
No, that was not it. You didn't do
Okay, mild,
No, that's mid.
mid. I'm sorry, mid. It's late, but it says mild intellectual disability. So I was right. That's what I was going into.
But you got to say mid
Mid.
first.
That's what I said. Mid.
No, you said mild.
Mid.
I mean, you said it now. I'm just
Okay,
playing with you.
mid. Mild intellectual disability. So that means mild.
Right.
IQ, and it has an IQ between 55 and 70.
Yeah, so that would be like Nehemiah.
Can you tell me what an
think.
average IQ is supposed to be?
I mean, I can look it up. But
Can you
I
look
don't
that
know.
up? Because I mean, that
Hold
looks
on.
like it's getting a little bit up there, right?
I mean, it might be.
Yeah. What's your IQ? What's
What you said? The average IQ.
average IQ? What's your IQ supposed to be?
If you know, put it in the comments.
Please put it in the comments.
IQ.
Because I think I meet people on a daily basis like 55 and 70.
Oh, so the average IQ should be like 100.
100?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Is 120 good? So if you're like a 120 or 140, like you're super intelligent.
Is there a link to take an IQ
Yeah,
test?
like that would be something fun to do.
I think we should get a link
I think, yeah, no,
and,
I
and
think
do
that's-
that
I think
and
that would be
probably
great.
find the link and put it on here the next
Yeah,
time.
like let us know if there's a link that we can go to take an IQ test.
So we can see where we at. And
Oh,
you
I don't know if I'm gonna tell y'all because I might be in the mid.
I
in
mean,
the
just take it
mid.
for yourself so you'll know. So you'll know what you
I'm
need to
just
work
letting I
on.
tell you,
you
I
know?
don't care. I'm grown now. Ain't nobody who gonna check me. If I am, I'm married and got kids, so
Yeah.
it's too late.
Yeah.
But anyways, and what's the last page?
I still love you, baby.
What? I know you will.
Okay.
I ain't worried about that. Last page, please.
All right. We got two more. Resource. So it's Gen Ed homeroom. Is that's home dash room. So that goes to special class for services. So that's resource Gen Ed homeroom. Go to special classes for services. So here it is. So your Gen Ed is your homeroom, right? General education that's your homeroom.
I thought that was in my head.
Yeah. And
I
then
mean,
you go
I
to
guess
then you go to special classes
okay,
for
so
services. So the specials are different services that they get provided for.
yeah,
right?
but there are certain students that are in general ed,
Yeah.
and they do have homeroom and stuff like that. So that might be saying like they're pulling the students out for different classes because some of the students they don't necessarily
Is it comprehending or what were you trying to say?
no, they don't necessarily have to be in a self-contained classroom.
Oh, okay.
So Nehemiah is in, all of our kids are in self-contained classrooms, which means that all of the children that are in our children's class have some type of special power, quote unquote, disability or whatever. So some of them, they're all in the class where they are together. And then some students may be in general population and then they pull them out for special services. And then co-teach, general.
Big ups to Crystal. What's going on, Crystal?
Oh, what happened? What had happened?
Are we
Look
talking
at
about the
Jen.
IQ?
She always coming through. I knew you was gonna be the one to give us the IQ test. You don't want to know how smart I am. I'm just playing.
Yeah, we could post that. Right? We can.
It's in the comments.
in the
Anybody that
comments.
want to take the IQ test, my really good friend, my bestie, Jean Higgins, she put the IQ test on there. So if you want to know how smart you are, I'm going to say it correctly. If you want to know how smart you are, then
Take the
there
IQ test.
is an IQ test in the comments.
Take it.
Yes. And
Make it a scholarship.
a scholarship.
I'm
for
just
who?
playing. I'm just
It won't be
playing.
from
I'm just
us.
playing.
Anyway,
The last one. You do the last one.
okay, so the last one is co-teach.
Co-teach.
Gen Ed, homeroom, special ed, teach, works in classroom with Gen Ed.
What are
and teach.
Are you rapping? What are you?
This is what the
Homeroom,
list
special room,
says. Gen
Gen
Ed,
Ed.
homeroom, special ed, teacher works in classroom with general education.
So co-teacher, basically.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like that would also go into the same category as the resource. So sometimes, and if I'm wrong, one of my teachers that knows about special education or is in the field, correct me, that you're saying that you as a special education teacher go into a general education class for a child that may be needing services,
Yeah.
but they're in general population. So, I mean, and I don't know how that's going to work because the way it seems like they pile down all the students on general education teachers, but maybe they can sneak a few minutes in to go to special education teachers. Maybe they sneak a few minutes in. Anyway, so
That's our list.
that's the list
Yeah.
of all of what entails in an IEP. Then they do the roll call. They ask you if they also give you your parents and parental rights, and something else.
Yeah.
We have a stack of those, so I no longer need parental rights. Actually, I may need another copy because I have not since the flood. I've lost a lot.
Know your rights.
Know your rights.
Yeah.
Please know your rights as
Please.
a parent. We have a lot of rights. Oh, there was one thing that I was saying the last time that I didn't finish. A lot of people, and what's up, Crystal? A lot of people, and I want to give a shout out to all my people that's supporting, listening. My mom, my friend Jean, my friend Kanisha, and then you have somebody named Tavares.
Yeah, Tavares Burgess.
Watch.
Yeah, I went
Said
to,
the man's whole name.
my bad, man. I mean, I went to
That
school.
don't mean
I
you
went to
want
school
you
with
to
him.
say his whole name.
Big ups, Tavares.
Oh,
Love
and
you,
I'm
man.
sure my dad's watching too. He
Love
probably
you,
popping
man.
in and out. He don't stay nowhere too long. I'm sure my sister's watching. See-
Jamaica.
Anyway, so thank you guys for watching,
Yes.
supporting us. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Anyways, what I was going to say is a lot of people, they get IEP
Yep.
representatives because they don't understand what's going on, and then they don't. It's kind of hard to navigate through an IEP. So a lot of times as a parent, you feel like you have no rights and you feel like you can't, you have no say in what's going on in your child's education.
You
But
do.
you do. So know your rights. So yeah, that comes with it. And then they send you a copy. You have to sign it. They send you like a draft and then make sure everything is right. And then they make the permanent copy, and then that goes into the records until the next IEP, which is like literally a couple of months later. So
know your rights, because here's the thing. You have a say in how your child is being educated. It's not just, well, these people are experts in this and so on and so forth. They're sitting there, they're telling you what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to implement your input
absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely.
So your child is your child. At the end of the day, they come home to
100%.
you. In the summertime, they with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At
Or
night,
with
they
my
with
parents.
you. Yeah.
Or with my parents.
Hey,
You know.
hey, yeah.
But not everybody has that support. And I will always say I praise God for my parents. And now, Tim's family, whatever. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me.
We're going to need y'all to pick it up just a little bit. Come on.
Now, when
Come
they
on
go
now.
off on you for saying something,
I'm just saying.
they ain't saying nothing. I was just
May send somebody over there for the summer.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
But anyways, what I was going to say is I'm grateful for my parents because they have always had our back
Yes.
from the beginning or whatever. It's not always been easy. I ain't saying that it's been easy, but they have always had our back.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful for that resource and that support system that they give us. And I am also grateful for my in-laws as well. When they can, they do.
Yeah.
They live farther. They live like an hour away from us. So it's kind of hard for us to get over there and to drop the kids off. And so when we do, we,
especially
we
with our
do.
schedules. But,
Yeah.
they're there.
They're
there.
definitely there. And so my mama and Jean over here having a conversation. Is y'all watching or y'all talking? No, I'm just playing. Anyway, so not everybody has that support system. But again, we want to always talk, kind of just always go back to mental health, making sure that you take care of your mental health.
Please.
My mood, so somebody probably has been praying for me because my mood has lightened.
It
when
has
I
lifted.
first started the episode, y'all saw that I was in the
She was
I
like,
was in the trash.
she's like robot mode.
I stole the whole Denisha away.
This was Denisha when we started. Yes.
I was not feeling it, y'all, because again, we've been just having a rough time over in the Ashley household.
Yeah.
And again, ma'am.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me and Tim. We're fine right now. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But it's just this life of this journey of autism.
Hard not life.
It will have you feeling, like
It ain't for the weak.
no, yeah. So I'm thankful for whoever was praying for my uplifting because it helped. I feel better. And so,
Sometimes it gets so bad I just want to jump off this chair. You know what I'm saying?
anyway, we gonna move on. And what was I gonna say? Oh, say something, cause you just talk. He just talking.
Listen, we're almost an hour in, so we've basically given you guys the notes. You guys ain't sick of us yet?
I mean, if they sick of us or not, we still going forward, cause this is something that God has placed on our hearts. Well, more so yours, and you just drugged me in it,
You gotta
And
come,
I-
you gotta come.
and I just went along.
Come on in the ark, girl.
But we're grateful for you guys watching. We're gonna go ahead, believe it or not, and close it out. Can you believe
What?
it?
You saying to close it out?
I know.
Wow. But you're smiling though.
I am smiling. I feel better.
Yeah. Praise God.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they must be knocked out. She must be asleep.
We there?
Yeah. I don't. She
Yeah.
quiet.
Nehemiah, can you go check on you there?
Yeah. Make sure she probably be asleep because I bathed them and did their hair, and you know how that is.
Knocked out a messing something up.
She could be tearing up something too.
Yeah.
She on the steps. Oh, okay, she on the
Quiet.
steps.
Somebody praying for us.
Oh well, look, y'all keep them prayers coming this way.
Yes.
If you could get a prayer filled, go ahead and hit the Ashleys up.
Go ahead. Go
and do
ahead.
your. Can you?
Stop trying to call. You ain't got no clothes on.
And then this one don't want to keep on no clothes.
What do you do? What tell me if you know? Tell us. What do you do? Our 5-year-old, for some reason, she don't want to keep no clothes on. She get home, just take her clothes off. Whole time, she'll keep her, pull up on for a little bit. We're
Babe,
trying
we
to
not
potty
finna
train the
start a
thing.
whole
I'm just
nother
saying this. Please. Let us know what to do, because I turn around and she's naked, running around the house.
I'm okay with it, to be honest. That's a battle that I'm not willing to fight. We got so much other stuff. As long as we keep the house warm and she keeps on a pull-up majority of the time, because we are still potty training and she's doing fairly well.
Yeah, she does say potty. Gets on the
So I'm okay with her not being, not having on clothes. She's not exposed like that. That's why I keep telling her not to come in here, because I'm not going to put her on camera in front of everybody like that. But it is what it is. I don't care nothing about it. As long as she keep her clothes on at school and when we out and about, that's
Yeah.
fine. We're in the house.
That sounds
Anyway.
good. Okay, so we're running up on 59 minutes. Well, going into an hour. I think we've talked long enough this time, honey.
I agree. If you guys have any questions, any questions or any topics that you guys want us to talk about, please let us know.
Yeah, we're going to have somebody on here next week.
Yeah, we having somebody. I don't know who it's going to be. Y'all let us, well, no, don't let us know who you want, because we probably don't know the people y'all want.
Yeah, we'll
No, I ain't paying
no,
nobody.
we'll put people on here that we know. All
And
right?
that's going to do it for free.
Yeah.
But that's also going to be beneficial.
Yeah, it'll be beneficial.
So it's not just going to be like random people. Like, it might be sometimes we may have my parents up here and talking on a grandparent's perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can even have my mom on here too, because she worked with autistic children for a very long time. So again, if you watched us in the beginning when we first started this podcast, she was the one who prompted us to go get our son checked out.
Yeah.
So if it was not just saying if it was not for her, but her discernment and really being in tune and focused on her grandson, we would probably be oblivious. I mean, eventually we would have figured it out,
Yeah,
but
but-
we were able to start early intervention because, she said, hey, there's something I want to talk to you guys about. So maybe that'll be what we do.
Yeah.
The
well,
first guest may be her and my father, or her and somebody else, but just pretty much telling us what
signs to look
signs
for.
to look for and what
And
she
their
saw.
their experiences,
Right,
with that,
exactly.
because it's the whole family, y'all. It's not. It doesn't just affect us. It affects the whole family,
Yeah,
the entire family.
exactly.
Okay, y'all. So you know that you can reach out to us if you have any questions, you want to chat with us, or you have something that you would like for us to talk about on the next episode. And if you've missed out on some of our episodes, go back. There's Living with the Spectrum YouTube page, Facebook page. Go ahead and go ahead and share, but go ahead and binge watch. Don't just jump in and not know what we're talking about. Don't come in on the later parts.
Well, look, you could come in on the later part and then go back,
But
just come on in this
yeah,
house.
come on in. Come on in
Like,
this house.
Share and subscribe. Tell somebody about us. Help us help the community around us.
Yes.
And not just around us in Atlanta. I'm talking about worldwide.
Worldwide.
Because autism's not just here. Autism goes all over
All
the
throughout
place.
the world.
It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have a face.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a gender. It is just what it is. And so if you know people, don't do it.
Don't do it, Grace.
Don't do it.
We're
Grace.
gonna wrap this up because our
She's trying
child's
to-
just
yeah.
coming in.
And
messing-
apparently a lot of children take off their clothes. That's what was just said in the chat. So
Okay.
again, I ain't worried
Okay,
about
so
it.
we're not the only ones.
Of course not.
Okay.
Anyway, he be worried about the smallest stuff. Who was that?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know, but we about to wrap this up. It seems
Yes.
like things are falling apart around
Yeah,
here.
it's
So it's time for us
behind
to
the scenes and starting to get off the
putting
chain.
things back in order. So we'll see you guys next time on Living with the Spectrum. Peace.
Bye.
Bye bye. Man.